Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Martin with Belvoir Auto Spa, and apologize for the noise. I have the fan on. It's pretty warm today. I'm shooting this one in my garage, so I don't have the door open. Just trying to stay cool. Anyways, today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be about Chem-X's Awesome Sauce. Now, Awesome Sauce is a ceramic infused spray sealant / detail spray. Couple things about this is one, it is crazy slick. I'd definitely put this up there in terms of slickness with some of the other things I've tried. This is definitely one of the top 5, I'd probably say. And it smells great. It has a scent that just makes me think of like hard candy, like a sweet hard candy. It smells so freaking good. So far, everything I've tested, this is my favorite smelling product that they have. It makes you want to eat it, honestly, but obviously don't. It's not going to taste very good. So you see, it's a sealant, detailer / ceramic booster. Leaf surface extremely hydrophobic, as we'll see, and ultimate shine and UV protection. Can be used in wet or dry vehicle. Ideal clay bar lubricant. So I mean, this has a lot of uses. Just look at all this, and probably for clay bar lubricant, if you wanted to, you could probably dilute it down with water, just to so it's not as tacky feeling, I guess, during application. But I don't think it would be using as a clay bar, but at the same time, I like to have my products a little more watered down when using as clay bar lubricant. So direction for use, pretty straightforward. You spray it on, wipe it off, or in my case, I sprayed it into a towel and wiped it off. Also has touchless application, which I've tested on wheels. It worked great for that, and I will show you that in this video as well. I'm not going to show the standard application because, I mean, anybody with a brain can figure that out. But touchless application I'll show at the end of the video, so stick around for that. Yeah, they call it their bubblicious scent. It smells really good. Now again, I've said it plenty of times, Chem-X has really nice labels. I'm sure they spend a lot of money on these compared to your standard cheap thin label, which he said they have as well. They just really make their products stand out. I know these aren't sold in stores anywhere yet. Maybe they'll be in the future. But, if I saw this on a shelf, guys, it'd definitely be eye-catching. I mean, on my own shelf, it's already pretty eye-catching. Made in the USA, they got Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all that stuff. And then the sprayer. The sprayer is very similar to the Griot's Garage sprayer. I love this style of sprayer. It is my absolute favorite. It sprays such a fine mist. I mean, whatever, I'll show you on camera. Let me turn the nozzle on first. Look at this. It doesn't come out and sputter out or anything. It's just super fine mist, and man, it smells really good. But yeah, let's get into it. So I'm going to be torture testing this. Now, if you follow my channel, you've probably seen my torture test before. So I will show you basically how I'm going to do that. So first thing I'll do is get the panel wet. Then I'll wash it. Now I'm using their foam pH neutral wash. This has no additives in it other than just scent and color. But nothing that's going to interfere with water behavior. It's pH neutral, so it's a good surface cleanser. So we'll wash it. And then after we wash it, we're going to be hitting it with each chemical, and after each chemical, we will be washing it off with foam. So I've already got a bucket filled up with the foam. We'll start, I like to start least aggressive to most aggressive. So we got Iron X, which is a close to pH neutral iron remover that has no added detergents because it's just made as an iron remover, unlike some of the iron removing wheel cleaners. And Chem-X, if you guys ever come out with an iron removing wheel cleaner, I will test that out, absolutely. Then we go into orange degreaser. This is more of a mild degreaser that you can use on interior surfaces according to 3D. Then we'll go to non-acid wheel and tire cleaner. It's a high alkaline degreaser, similar to Chem-X's heavy duty as far as the pH level goes, which has a pH of 13. So MCguire's non-acid wheel and tire cleaner is a high pH alkaline cleaner, degreaser. Very strong stuff. Then we will go to MCguire's wheel brightener, which is an acid wheel cleaner. So we're going high pH then low pH. Wheel brightener is some really intense stuff. One of the best wheel cleaners I've used, and something comparable is their M-Shine. Now this is a different chemical composition, but similar. It's an acid, pH of 2. So I don't know what MCguire's wheel brightener's pH is, but it's pretty low, and I've got that diluted. I've got this diluted 1:1. I've got this diluted 3:1. This is their ready-to-use formula, which already comes pre-diluted. I don't know what the dilution ratio is, though. I'd have to guess maybe 8:1. This is full strength. And then we'll finish it off with Carpo Tar-X. Now Tar-X is similar to Chemx's D-Lime 90. It is a strong citrus solvent-based tar and adhesive remover. I didn't get D-Lime 90 because it's crazy expensive, and I've already got enough Tar-X, and it's not something I use regularly. I think I use it in these tests more than anything else, but Tar-X usually does pretty good. Not to completely kill things off, but Tar-X has always put a serious dent in the hydrophobics. So that's what I like to finish it off with. So what we're going to be looking for basically is if our hydrophobics and gloss is wearing off. Now I did polish a panel with some heavy cut compound and a microfiber pad to kind of add some hazing into it, so we can see how much this product darkens it up, brings back, you know, that richness. So that way, you know, if you're using it on a car or truck that hasn't been you know, polished to a high shine, you can get an idea of how good this is going to make your vehicle look. So let's get over to the test panel and I'll show you what we're looking at. Alright, so here's the test panel here. Now you can see this line right here. So I don't know if you can see the whole square, but I made a big square where I applied it. But let that line be a good guide, because, you know, these were polished the same. So you can see all the haze left over if you're looking in the reflection of the light. See how it's not as clear? That's compounding haze. That's what happens when you use a heavy cut compound. You don't refine it with a polish. And this is how much that 2 layers of Chem-X's awesome sauce brought back that gloss. I mean, look at that. That is impressive, and you don't get that with every product, so that is pretty good. Very happy that you get that out of it. So it's definitely going to bring back some depth, gloss, and shine to your ride, especially if your paint's a little faded looking or scuffed up, whatever the situation is. You know, it's going to add that nice show car shine to it, I like to say, or show truck shine if you're using trucks. But anyways, guys, let me get everything set up and we will go ahead and start our torture test. Okay, so first up, and let me see if I can position this light so you can kind of see. Yeah, there we go. That's as far as I can get it with the power cord. But that way you can see that line right there. So let that be a guide to see, you know, how it's performing. So let's hit it with water first. We'll hit it with the shower settings. And yeah, pretty hydrophobic performance. I mean, the rest of the hood is polished, but you can see the water behavior is not quite as good. And this says no cure time, so I didn't give it a 24-hour cure. What I actually did is I left it out in the sun here in Texas for a couple hours, so that, you know, usually ceramic products, some sunshine usually helps it to cure if it's ceramic, or at least become a little bit more durable if that's the case. But I don't know if that's the case with this. I just did it just as a precaution because I had the time. But let's look at the beading. I mean, look at that. It just... this is, yeah, extreme beading, definitely. Those water beads looking nice and round. That's what I like to see. They're not getting all blobby shaped and everything. And that's probably going to change as the test goes on. But that's pretty good. Now, the mist setting, just so we can really see those beads on there. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, so let's get into the test. Let's see how it does after one wash. Alright, so one wash, not beating the water as fast as I would hoped, but you can still see the outline. And if you can see that on camera, you still got the depthness from the gloss. And I do know Bob from Chem-X said he likes the sheeting properties better, so maybe that's how they developed it. Let's go with the shower setting. So yeah, you can see how fast it sheets away that way. So pretty good, you know. I'd say the sheeting is on par with their snake oil foam and rinse sealant. So, you know, pretty good if this is definitely a sheeter if you like sheeting. I personally prefer the beading, but I know not everybody does. Not everybody's me, and you probably have your reasons for it. I got my reasons, but you know, no big deal. Anyways, let me get my gloves on before the glove police come after me, and then we'll start with the chemicals. All right, so I got my gloves on, glove police. So don't come after me. And guys, really, you really should wear gloves. I'm just making a silly joke, but gloves are definitely important when handling chemicals. So we'll start with CarPro's Iron X. All right, and we're going to wipe that in. And then we will rinse it off, see how it does. Alright, so it seems to reject the chemical pretty well, but again, we're going to wash it just to make sure there's no residue left, because residue from chemicals can change water behavior. Alright, that seemed to put a dent in the hydrophobics, but it is still sheeting away. So, you know, it's still doing a good job at that. Alright, next is 3D's Orange Degreaser, ready to use formula. Wipe that in. Rinse. Definitely see it's rejecting away the chemical compared to the rest of the panel. Alright, that seemed to, didn't change it much, honestly. It's still sheeting the water away. And I can still see the panel looks a little, still looks richer on the inside there. So that's good. So you guys have seen on the channel before, when I tested, what is it, new finish ceramic versus the graphene. The ceramic didn't have strong beading, but it lasted all around. So you don't need strong beading necessarily to go, you know, to be chemically resistant. Next is MCguire's non-acid wheel and tire cleaner. So again, we'll wipe that in. Rinse it off. And wash. Now to handle that one. Excuse me. Alright, still sheeting it away. So, still doing good. Let's go ahead and step it up to MCguire's Wheel Brightener Acid Wheel Cleaner. See how it does against this. Now guys, I do have ventilation. My door is cracked. It's not completely closed because it's letting the water out. So don't be too concerned about the chemicals that I'm spraying in here. The fan is pushing everything out. Still looking alright. Let's wash it just to make sure. Alright, that definitely put a dent in it. That's an aggressive chemical, but it's still pulling through, still shooting the water off. So keep in mind, guys, you know, if you're like washing your car, it's still going to shoot the water away. So that's pretty good. As long as it's not sticking, it's staying. Alright, last one is Carpro Tar-X. This I'm pretty sure, I'm not pretty sure, but I think it's going to kill it. Smells like oranges. Now this does make this stuff send past videos. Because of its solvent, oily nature, it does make the water beat up. You'll see that here in a second. Even when you rinse it off. Look at that. That's why you gotta wash it off, make sure there's no chemical residue left. The stuff is everywhere. Alright, there you have it. Still is sheeting the water away very slowly. So it looks like it made it through the full test. Granted, the water behavior is not as good as it was. I mean, it's not much water behavior at all, but I mean, it's still sheeting the product away. So, extreme beater initially, yes. But after, you know, it gets contaminated or whatever, the beating quickly goes away, but still got protection there. That's pretty good. Still sheets away. Alright, and you know, you can tell because here at the bottom it's really sticking, and that's where I didn't do anything. I don't know if you can see that around here. I don't know if that shows up on camera. But the rest of the water is already beaten away, and it's still super slow sheeting right there. So, or sheeted away, excuse me. So, I mean, it held up. Now, looking at the light, I can't really see the outline of the square anymore. So that gloss and depth did wear away. However, subsequent applications, they say it's a spray and rinse. So, like I said, I tested out. So let me just spray it on the panel here. Now you're not going to see the square anymore. Okay, sorry. I'll get the panel wet. You know, it's already wet, but I'll get it super wet. Look how quickly that spreads through. Okay, so spray and rinse definitely works. It looks a little bit glossier too. Nothing drastic as if you wiped it in, but Guys, the application could not get easier. I mean, look at that. And let's just do another application just for good measure. Alright, so may not be the strongest water behavior we've seen, but reapplication is so easy, it's not that big of a deal. Anyways, let's go in for our final thoughts. Alright guys, so Chem-X Awesome Sauce, there it is. My final thoughts on this. I've seen better water behavior, definitely, but again, if they're going for sheeting, it sheets, so there you go. Initial application, you get nice beating, and then it quickly shifts to sheeting, but again, some people prefer sheeting over beating, and if you do, great. Nothing wrong with that. Everybody details their own way. Now, slickness, again, this is one of the slickest products I've ever felt, and what I tend to find is with ceramic protection products, or protection in general, there's 3 metrics. There's gloss, slickness, and durability / longevity. Okay, you can't have all 3. You get 2 without 1. So it looks like instead of what did I say, gloss, slickness, and durability. So it looks like they I mean, they got a good balance of all 3. You know, it's not super strong in all 3. I mean, it's got good, it definitely has good gloss. Durability, I don't think it's going to be as strong as some of the other sealants I've tested, but it's not weak. And then the slickness is definitely up there in slickness. So definitely super slick product, decent gloss, decent water behavior sheeting. So pretty good overall, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Definitely check Chem-X out. I purchased all their products with my own money. I'm not sponsored with them. I'm not affiliated with them. Bob is a great guy, super cool, but he's not paying me anything. So this is a completely unbiased review. Anyways, if you appreciated this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I definitely appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And again, comment below. Let me know your thoughts. I love interacting with you guys. Other than that, I appreciate you washing. You'll, yeah, definitely wash your cars and trucks, whatever. I appreciate you watching. Keep them clean. Have a good one.